And G-Mech was so quick getting in here, it's like a flash of lightning. Oh.
This one's for my family.
Oh. Okay. Drop that, and keep the rest. Yeah, this could be worse hand. Alright, that's pretty good. Having the 5 drops pretty valuable. Whew. If I trade this off, I think we'll just do it. We'll get rid of it. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to deal damage, which is going to be a pain. That card's a little bit of a pain. We got the perfect 4, so that's good. So we really just need the damage now. 4 into 5. We've also got another Goblin Mage for a nice setup if we want to get an extra. Alright. Now we get to take that thing out. That's a pretty ideal hand for this deck. Just gotta hope I don't get smashed by something really bad. No. Okay, obviously you didn't see a way out. Fair enough. Hello. A lion come to visit. How good's that? Ooh. Alright, going first. What are we going to get? Don't like that. I don't really like any of that hand. I think we'll go for something fresh. That's good. I can work with that. Having 1 Roach already, getting the Elven Princess, being able to play the Goblin Mage. It's just a pity we didn't get anything in the 1-drop range, considering I run 16 of them. I think I'd get at least 1, but... I want to get the damage. Getting the damage out is pretty important. Using sword, okay. So still, sword's pretty good lately. It's got a lot of different variants, which is also really good. There's plenty of different ways you can play it. Pity I gotta wait till turn 5 to use the princess. That's pretty sucky. Oh, we did get the natures, so that's good. Get the extra roach, and we should be pretty much set up. Now we just need to get some damage. Actually, I don't think on whether it's good if I played both or not. I suppose overall I could push more damage if I evolve both Elvens and go for the extra fairies, but just not feeling it. Got the double Roach, which is pretty much good enough. Along with that, that's triple Roach, that's turn 7. I may just have to push this Elven Princess though. I'm not going to have enough damage. And there's triple Roach anyway, so... all I need now is enough damage, so I'm just going to think this through. Turn 8 won't do it because I'll still be one short, so I'd have to wait till turn 9. So I'm probably still going to drop this on turn 7. Turn a roach to hand. So I need to set up for the next turn. Next turn, we play the basic combo out. Turn after that, we play an extra roach. Because I should be able to play all 3 roaches, return one of them, and that should be enough to hopefully pull me through. Hello, Cupcake. Cupcake. Peace out. Yay, and that's actually really good. Free turn, pretty much. 1, 2. So that'd be at 3. I think we go all in for it. We'll keep them for the next turn. Alright, so as long as we're not as long as I don't have a big heal, we should be pretty fine. Might even be able to use Dance to Death to go with the cockroach, which would be quite nice. That's good. Clean up my board. And no healing. So that's pretty much our game. We'll get rid of that. Play everything out and get the roach. Pretty good. Alright, we're looking good with this deck for now. As long as we can consistently pull off the combos, we should be alright. Goblin mages, probably not. And against another Haven. Hey look, tacky furniture. Can't go wrong with that. Oh, that's not too bad. We'll probably get both of those to evolve. Unless we draw a princess. That'll probably be better. And we did get a Goblin Mage anyway, which I suppose isn't too bad. It fits my turn 3 curve. Time will switch, yeah. I haven't come up against any, I don't think, really. I've had a lot of success with Roach. Once you get the hang of the combo, when to play things, you can do pretty well. Yeah. That won't create a clear, but it's going to have to, so... Pain in the ass way to do that, but I'm not too worried about the 1-drops. Oh dear. Fortune for free pretty much. Judging by what they've played, I'd say this is Satan Haven with Sun Lords. It's a board clear, so that's fine. I think a princess would be the better thing to draw here. Make a better evolve. Unfortunately we didn't get it, but I guess I can try and work with this. Not gonna matter where I hit that. Not really. If I hold on to the elf, then I get 3. So that'll be on 4, and that'll be on 5. So I'm still gonna be short by a lot. So there's no point holding it here. Okay. I was gonna say, if they traded, I might have stood a chance, but jeez. A lot of people don't like playing against Roach, that's for sure. It's still not as bad as yesterday's concede though, jeez. The guy just concedes when he is clearly winning. Hello. Who are we up against now? Shadow, okay. Reasonable matchup. I think we'll go for a new hand. Oh, we might keep the Roach. Yeah, we'll keep the Roach. Alright, we got Princess, which is good. So now we just need to get something for the early game. And that's not really useful yet. Okay. That's alright, man. That's what those sort of videos are for, after all. Hold on to Fairy Circle in case I want to use it for a combo. I just need to be able to push damage here. Who knows why? No one. Oh, this is bad. Can't deal damage with it. Can't not deal damage with it, so I'm gonna have to play the Fairy Circle and get more damage out. Overall, it's not gonna matter. I wish I was going second. Then this might actually be half decent to play next. But I just can't afford to pull that out here and have it die. But they did just kill themselves with that, so that's fine. I need to be able to push enough damage to the face though. Looks like they're playing aggro. Nothing wrong with being a little stupid. As long as you're not a lot stupid, you should be fine. Alright, I don't like this at all. Can't really afford to trade into the 5-drop and not kill off that little guy. Yeah, Fairy Princess is... No, I don't know. Probably not. I don't think so. I forget the names of most of the cards for these decks. Probably not though, like you said. This is pain. I want to clear the ward, but I also want to be able to deal with the big threat there. Got to weigh up whether clearing the ward is more worthwhile. Because I can't play anything and clear the ward plus deal the damage I need. Can I? What a pain. Screw it. Worst case, I have to wait an extra turn, wait for turn 8 and play Dance to Death on that. Yeah, it won't do much. Filling your hand with fairies isn't the best play. You don't really want your hand to be too overstacked. And I'm screwed because of all these wards now anyway. What do I do next? Take a shot for next turn maybe. This is going to be bad. This is the kind of thing I was worried about. Hitting around turn 6 and then having that was the worst thing. But it'll be the first loss in like 3 games with this deck so far that I've had. Yeah, well that's always possible. You don't want to overmill yourself. I don't think I'm going to win this purely on the fact that these wards are way too big to hit through. Will of the Forest would give me a shot, and there it is. The only problem there is I don't think I'll be able to clear the entire board, and if I don't clear these 3 at least, I'm pretty much dead. And it's got to be played first. That wasn't good. What an unfortunate way to deal with that. Nah, it's not going to matter because that will just evolve for 4 damage. I suppose the problem with something like White Wolf and that, it can be hard to fit into a deck like this. I'd have to change a few things to try and tech it in there, and that could really mess with the consistency of the combo. That's all I'm worried about. Plus overall, unless you get matched up against something like Shadow like that where you get heavy wards, or against Haven with heavy wards, usually pretty good. Of course you can still have bad matchups against other things, but overall you usually have at least a 50% or above win rate. I usually lose because of my stupidity more than anything else. Just not your day, man. Another Shadow. That's going to be painful. That hand's not too bad at least. We've got a couple early plays. Ah, that's alright. Oh, that would be sad. At least we've got the Elven Princess along with the Roach. Hate not having a target for that, but Getting it out's more important for damage. Big Zero's not bad. Can't go wrong getting him down there. Hate going first with this deck though. Just proofread everything. Yeah, that could work. Alright, they're aiming for the kill with that. Makes sense. So I want something like Goblin Mage probably. Solid play with the Goblin. Another Ancient Elf isn't bad. I'm just trying to debate on whether just to drop the Goblin and the Ancient Elf after or before. I think we'll drop that just as a standard ward and drop the Goblin next to it so we can get more damage. Because if they target that and kill it, at least then the Goblin will stay up. I've always got Dance to Death to do with something right now, but I really want to play Princess next turn. Hey, he came. Yay. I don't know what everyone else uses, but I mix up heavily now. Now that I've got the cards to build other decks, I like to shuffle through decks depending on what I find I'm coming up against the most. Getting double at Princess is actually quite good. The only problem we're going to have is they're at 5 shadows. One more and they'll be able to play turn 6, and that's really going to screw me over. Alright, that's fine. Alright. That's good, getting out of it. D&D's not bad. Can't go wrong with that. And this is going to be painful to deal with. So we've got enough to do a half decent combo here. But we really need that gone and have another turn probably. Well, I wish I had thought about that. Jeez. That was my mistake. I forgot that thing can deal a heap of damage. I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up costing me the game. Oh, that's tragic. Dungeons and Dragons, I'm pretty sure that's what he's referring to, so... Yep, there we go. See, that really sucks. I had the perfect setup for a great play, get a reasonable amount of damage, and now I can't do anything. Oh dear. Actually, we'll see. Because I should survive at least the next turn. If I can get Will of the Forest, I can clean up the board. And maybe play something. Playing against Shadow is shocking with this deck. It's usually not too bad, but that one card can shut out this whole deck. And that's going to be terrible for Will of the Forest. Didn't get it anyway, but this will at least give me something. That gives me clear on at least one thing. Just trying to think. I think we need at least one more out. yeah, I plan on playing Digimon later. I'm not sure exactly when, but it will definitely be later today. And then I'm going to take a break tomorrow. I'm going to spend some time with my partner. She's got the day off. She's been working all weekend. But we'll have the normal videos coming out. They're already scheduled to go up. I did a couple of videos before doing this stream, so all that's all ready to go. And then we'll probably be streaming again Tuesday or Wednesday. So, and I might even do a little bit of Digimon in my own time just to kind of level them up and stuff so I can continue on with the story a little bit. And get the hang of a few things. Because otherwise, a lot of the streams will just be grinding, which is a pain. Yeah, I don't think there's a comeback for this now. It's too far gone. Nowhere near enough damage. So you have a few wins, have a few losses. That's the way to go. I don't like playing the neutral deck on ranked. Just doesn't do well enough. What haven't I really played in a while? I haven't touched the swords much, but that's only because I haven't done very well with them at this rank. I love playing Shadow, but it's just not consistent enough, and I don't have enough to build aggro Shadow yet. Actually, while I think about it, we'll open a couple of packs. I've saved up a little bit of gold with that 200 extra yesterday. Oops, make sure I got a shop. So I'll open a couple. Couple from Darkness Evolve. I suppose that could work. I'm trying to think where you could probably tech it in. But you probably could run that for an OTK roach to clear that. It would probably be alright tech in too. It's just you probably need to run 2, otherwise you wouldn't get it consistently enough. And I suppose you'd have to probably drop Will of the Forest. What do we got? Oh, that's pretty cool. What an epic printout. That's not very good. We didn't get a very good pack. I want a better pack. And that's still nothing that I need. No, your Mega Man's awesome, dude. I'll post that because that's cool. And you just gotta paint it up. Sand it down, obviously. Because it's hard to tell whether it's... No, it doesn't look like it's been fully sanded yet. That could just be me. Either way, it looks good. Alright. I was hoping I'd only have to buy a couple of packs and get something decent, and then I could buy standards, but I really need some of the other cards from this. And it's easier to get legendaries out of these than out of standard, at least for me. I've had more luck. Nope, nothing else there. That's not too bad, I guess. Epic artwork. And a gold. That's about it. Well, that was poorly exciting. Let's see how much that liquefies for. 700? Okay. No, I haven't played Blade and Soul. I looked at it. I just haven't played it. I'm not a big MMO player. Not traditional MMOs anyway. I played a little bit years ago, but I could never just get into them enough. And the ones that I did get into, you know, I was spending a week at a time playing it and just burned out. What am I going to play? We'll play Banasaur. Actually, we might just go with the aggro. We'll see how it does. Yeah. It's something I might play later on, but there's just so many games I'd love to play, so many games I'd love to do videos of. But when I'm got such a small channel at the moment, only about, 200 odd subs and that, it makes it hard to do much variation. Because I don't really want to lose that fan base that I've built so far. That's why I've only been kind of sprinkling in a little bit of Digimon now. Mainly because I enjoy that. And I want to have a little bit of variety, I don't want to focus on one. Alright, that fairy's going to be a pain. But we should be quick enough to beat them. We'll slowly add more games to the channel as we go. Some things will just be casually added, and I'll probably keep Shadowverse as long as I'm enjoying it. I'll keep it up. And as long as they keep regularly updating with new sets and stuff, it's going to be pretty good. So I should be doing content for a while. How much variation in that content? That will be the only question. Even now, I'm struggling to find newer decks, things that I can build. That kind of sucks. I can't exactly trade everything into that, so that's not very good. I can just play the knight. They'll most likely trade the fairy into the 2/2, and then I just play Wind God. That might work out. Well, the last two expansions, so Darkness Evolved and Rise of Bahamut, were what, about 3 to 4 months after release. So Darkness, I think, was about 4 months, and then this was about 3 to 4 month range as well. So I'd say if they keep that up at that pace, then it should stay fairly consistent like that. So that puts all those at 2. So no matter what here, I'm gonna have to trade at least 2 things. Yeah, we will go that way. Yeah. So about 3 months. Like I said, as long as they keep up that, they might not. They might decide, they want to put a bit more time between it and go for a 6-month kind of gap, but obviously, I don't talk to the developers, so this is only going off what they've done in the past now. But then another problem with that is, how can a card game like that consistently keep putting out new things and not have a massive power creep in it? Yeah, well, that's it. Hearthstone pretty much had to, because it was at the point where they're adding so many cards in that it was hard to add new cards without just creating them extremely overpowered. I'm guessing they use the same premise for things like Magic the Gathering and other card games like that. The only card game that I've played was, the only card game I played mostly was Yu-Gi-Oh! And that really only had a ban list, which is one way to do it. Jeez. 100 mil last year, that's pretty good. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't on PC for much of the year. Can't push game here, which sucks. I'm either going to die next turn, or I'm going to win, I think. I think that's how this will go. We clear out the big amounts of damage. Yeah, cell phone games are huge in Japan, which is where this has the biggest fan base. So Steam statistics isn't the best thing to look at for the game's community overall. Mobile's probably better. So I've seen a lot of people be like, oh, the Steam community's dying because the players have dropped recently overall. But you look at the mobile pickup rate and it's insane. We haven't got any solid numbers, but is still pretty insane. I'm either dead or not. Let's see. Can they return the roach and play it again? I'm assuming they can because they didn't evolve that roach. But maybe not. Nope. They didn't have it. That's good. I got lucky.
The pleasure was all mine.
Yeah, such a slow process in AA. You know, I usually take 2 steps forward, 1 step back every single time. So it's pretty shocking like that. Plus, designing so much art for each card would take ages too, but from what I've read about, they have a pretty good art team. So, who knows how much they could pump out per month.
You must die. I guess you're looking for a fight.
Alright, nice and early. That's a good game. Yeah. Because everyone's trying to rank up and everyone's just trying to be top tier, I guess. And to think I've got to clear 0, 1, 2, and 3, don't I? Before I can get to master rank. Yeah, well that helps too. Everyone has to have one now, and nearly all phones are smartphones that will run anything. Whereas computers overall for just commercial use are dying off. The gaming market's doing really well lately for computing, but as just a consumer, like a general consumer, it's dropping off. Because the people are doing the same things with tablets and mobiles that they would normally do with computers. You know, just basic text work and all that sort of stuff. Can't really use that yet. I think I just push for more damage for now. We'll evolve that. I was going to trade, but I think we'll just go face for more aggro. We've got a pretty good hand overall. The command will be great. Pretty much free 3 damage. Maybe 5 if I use the evolve on it. Perfect, so now Amelia is actually going to be useful. Might even go for the next evolve and just hit for the face. Go highly aggressive. Oh man. That's some dedication right there. I know it does suck. Most of my streams end up being quite late for most of you guys. But for me, it's literally 2 p.m. Well, nearly 3 p.m. It's like middle of the day. Probably just gonna go trade off. Exactly. The aim was to hopefully use those commanders to finish the game. It's just whether I get knocked out first or not. Because I don't think I can sustain this much damage. What do I need? there's nothing I can do now. I don't see any kind of way out. Even if I kill that off, I don't think I'm going to survive overall. Because that will kill that. That will deal 5. Gives me a chance, I guess. I'm trying to think on what in this deck will help me. Go take the only option that gives me a chance, I guess. Nothing wrong with moving to Australia, though. Like I've said in a few other streams, it's not that bad. Usually, you know, most of the animals won't hurt you as long as you're not going near them. And I'm dead. Very close. If they didn't have that Blade Mage, I would have stood a little bit better chance. We'll give aggro a little bit more. See how it goes. Wasn't America always scary? They always want to do something crazy over there. At least from an outsider's perspective.
You must die. I guess you're looking for a fight.
Yep. I'm pretty sure I have 2 Alberts in this deck. I just really didn't draw them, which was shocking. Pretty sure I have them in here. I think on whether it's this deck build has them or not. I run them in most of my other decks. I don't know, I'd have to look after the game. Can't bother finding it. Yeah, there we go. So I do have Alberts in this deck. And there's both of them. Jeez. I'd run 3, but I don't have 3. So 2's about all I can do right now. Plus, I think 3 could end up being a little overkill, especially in an aggro deck. Alright, if we can get a solid start here, it should be alright. Yeah. 2 would be better than 3. I was going to play the Aesthetic Knight just to combo it with the Wind God, but Fence is looking pretty good here too. Gives me the same stat line. So I think that's what we'll go with. I can get more damage with this Evolve. And then maybe even just Albert next turn. Depending on what's left. Yeah. Like, Albert's definitely a good card. It's probably one of the best things Sword got. But 3 is just too overkill. It's like a lot of decks now, even with Daria decks for Rune, a lot of them only run 2 Darias because it can be overkill to run 3. And yeah, you're right, 3 does have a higher chance to be drawn, but then you also risk the fact that if you draw 3 of them, you have a pretty much dead hand. Like, just drawing 2 of those for me was a big risk. Because it cuts all my early game, which is what Sword excels at now. Unless you're playing Control Sword, that's where 3 could really work. But in most Control Sword, you're running so many other high cost cards anyway that it's not going to make a big difference. I don't think we can lose this game either. That's not going to be enough to hurt me, so that's fine. Yeah. I had this game from like pretty early. Drawing all the early cards off the top decks is pretty much what won me the game.
You wouldn't. It won't be long now.
And yeah, Daria, that happens all the time to me. I run 3 Daria in tempo, and drawing them all the time like that is a pain. Oh, see, that sucks. Drawing all 3. We win anyway, but
It all ends here.
you gotta remember, even if you have 3 cards, yeah, it increases your draw, but you've got to cut something else, and you've got to account for the fact that you're running really high cost cards in decks that are usually really quick.
The pleasure.
I don't blame you. Drawing all 3 would be shocking. No, this is doing quite well at the moment, so we'll keep running with this until we run into a wall.
You must die.
Second's pretty solid. Now let's see, aggro or control blood. Control could put me in a bad spot if I don't hit him early enough, but aggro can also screw me over, so it'll be interesting. Alright, pretty good hand though. Sucks that they knocked that out. Command fits pretty nicely. Turn 3, turn 4. If we can get an Albert or something to fit in turn 5, we're looking pretty good. There you go. Perfect.
The battlefield awaits. Come on. Onward.
Yeah, that's true.
We're together forever.
The card deal is definitely the best counter. This play should work out. Albert's 5 damage. As long as I don't get warded, we should be able to get them low enough.
Isn't demonic armor lovely?
That's a little bit of a pain, but not too bad.
Try this on for size.
Control blood is a real pain for this deck to handle overall.
You were done for.
So they'll gain 2. Which is fine. I can use... just gotta think through. I'm probably gonna play command unless we can get Amelia out. And something else to go along with it, maybe. A double command is at least 10 damage with the 2 evolves. So depending on how we go, we should be able to clear it.
So this is the end.
Dance of Death fits nice.
It won't be long now.
I wish I was that far up to like 8,000, that'd be great. But I've only been seriously doing YouTube for what, the last 3-4 months now? At least that's good to hear. And this is a real pain. I want to deal with these, but I also want to be able to play out everything. Do I take the shot on the Amelia, play out the 0, evolve it, kill off the 1-drops, hope that command can hit next turn probably? I think that's where I'm going with it. So that's going to ward no matter what. So we'll take it this way. At least this way, if I play command, hit them for 3, hopefully they don't heal back up. Pull an Albert, turn 9, able to drop it. That's nice. That's good to hear. I was worried to start with that my video quality wasn't the best, but it seems to be at least popular. Well, that's good. At least I know I'm doing something right. And I thought it's pointless to showcase just games where you win. This hand isn't the best now. Take the chance and hope for more damage. Oh no, I'm dead. Once you see Blood Mary drop, pretty much dead. Alright, we'll try something else here. What do we got? I haven't played the D-Shift Aria for a while, but it kind of hit a wall. No, we'll give it a shot. We might actually do alright with it. As long as I don't come up against too many Control Bloods, this deck usually does okay. For a while there, for a couple of days, it was just Control Blood after Control Blood. So I kind of retired this deck for a little bit. Yeah, we do. That's true. But it still depends on the person as well. We'll call them erasers or rubbers, depending on how we want to call them. And I think that's just a cultural thing. Because we don't refer to condoms as rubbers, we just refer to them as condoms overall, so I guess that's why. Yeah, Roadshow TK is pretty good against Control Blood. As long as you don't get hammered early, you're pretty alright. Hopefully I play this alright. I haven't played Rune for what, since yesterday I guess. I played a little bit I think and that was it, but I only played Tempo. Is it worth playing the sorcery, dropping the Blade Mage and then getting the piercings for really low cost? I think it is, so that's where I'll go. So that means I can play the Blade Mage, I can evolve it, I can use double piercing rune, I can use insight. I can do lots of different things, even though I don't really want to play that now. May as well use these. I think the Blade Mage is still the better play overall. Alright, save Fate's Hand and save the piercing runes because I don't really want to hit these when they can't hit me. That would be pretty interesting. I don't have a Prince of Darkness though. It's one of the few legendaries I'm still missing. Well, I'm actually still missing quite a few legendaries, but one of the few like usable ones. So we'll double piercing rune that, get it out of the way. Actually, I should have played Fates first. That would have been smart. Should have done that from the beginning. I can't really return those because they're 3 drops. We'll play out that. and go for a heap of damage. I think we'll save Daria in case they clear the board. Yeah, I think it is from standard, which is one of the reasons I don't have it. There's so many cards in the standard set that it's hard to pull all the legendaries. That's what I really struggled with. That's why I've been buying Darkness and Bahamut packs more than anything. Because you're more likely to get legendaries out of them, at least in my case, like I said. Because there's fewer card pools, so you can get good legendaries. I didn't even realize he was online. Oh, he is too. I'm following him as well. I don't watch many streamers now though. I used to watch quite a few Hearthstone streamers, but I just really got bored of it. And then when it comes to Shadowverse streamers, there aren't that many to choose from in the English category. So I don't usually watch much there. Same with YouTube content. There's not much in the way of YouTube content when it comes to Shadowverse.
I guess you're looking for a fight.
Yeah, pretty much the same plan as me, just craft them from vials. That's why I'm aiming like Darkness, Evolve Legendaries and stuff like that. And then if I double up on anything or anything I don't need, I can just liquefy them. Actually, we'll keep that. We'll keep that. Yeah, fair enough. Japanese ones wouldn't be too bad. I just haven't been bothered to. When I'm not doing streams and that, I'm usually just watching something else or playing other games or doing whatever. And I occasionally play Shadowverse of a night in bed on my tablet, and that's about it. And no, I don't watch any Shadowverse channels. I haven't really found anything I like. I think I watched one. Can't even remember what that was. And that was about it. I just hadn't found any content creators I like, and it was hard to find anything that was around. Gonna buy some snacks. That's a good idea. They sound like pros. Well, with Japan being its biggest fan base, that doesn't surprise me either. Sorcery. If I use it on the Ogler, I can play that out and get the early tempo swing. We'll play it on the Fate's Hand and go for the draw. I think we'll go for the tempo-y play. D-shift isn't much good to me until I can get a Daria anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. It actually surprised me that there isn't more content for this game when it comes to YouTube channels and streamers. I think it's because a lot of people see it as just like one of those sponsor games. You know, you're watching someone like Crip and stuff and they're just doing a sponsored video and it's just like, oh, you know, they just kind of think it over and don't bother with it. And I think that's what ended up being the problem. But then on the other hand, if they didn't do that, it'd be a problem. Oh dear. Just mooch off everyone's snacks. Best way to do it. Alright, now we've actually got something decent. I'm debating on whether to play Fate's Hand. I think I'm going to anyway. Then I can use Wind Blast for whatever these are boosted off. That being at 3 is not too bad. Can try and stream eating snacks. Oh dear. Alright, we need to drop these D shifts and Daria down. I think that's the only way we're going to stand a chance. Double piercing rune is great. I actually get a board clear now, which is good. Alright, clear that. Alright, and we're now putting D-Shift and Daria into a playable space, which is good. Alright, man. I should still be here when you get back, depending on how long you are. That, or I might start streaming Digimon eventually. I haven't decided how I want to do this yet. Whether I'll probably take a break in between streaming this and streaming Digimon. And I'll probably stream this for another hour or so. So, we'll see. Like, I enjoy streaming, but I can't imagine how those people can go, you know, like 4 or 5 hours a day like that. For me, it's just like, geez, that's a lot of time. Maybe I'll just play the Flame Destroyer. Oh, if I just play the Flame Destroyer, do I really lose out? Probably, because that's going to kill me. Can't use that because it's not going to give me any advantage, so I think we just have to Daria, sacrifice what we have, and hope for something better. We definitely got better. It's just a matter of what's usable here. I think we go with the Time Worn just because it's a decent play. We'll clean up that. So we've got a decent amount of cards now. We've got 5 damage just in those two, which is good. We've got a draw, another draw, and a good clear. Oh, it doesn't feel that bad. I can't blame him. Snacks are pretty good. Let's see what this player's going to do. They're out of range for any kind of shenanigan-y kind of play. The option would be to evolve that, trade both. And that's what they're going to go for. Alright, what are we getting off this? It's not the greatest. We'll see what else we can get. Well, we'll drop that just because it's good. And that's already high enough. I mean, like, it's not going to be any lower. Crimson, may as well. Save the mana for later. We still got Piercing Rune for 2 damage, so we only need to find 1. I have Blade Mages in here somewhere, so drawing that will pretty much win us the game. Alright, those aren't too bad. Good target for Piercing Rune. Another Daria, so that's not useful. I should have actually returned that first. And of course, we draw both. Now I'm a little worried. And I'm dead. Damn it, so close. All I needed was 1 damage. Damn Shadow. Having a terrible day against Shadowcraft. I've had no luck with aggro blood. My control's not very good. Neutral's definitely no good for playing that. Stormhaven hasn't been doing too great today. Maybe we go for some pure control. Let's see how that goes. Heavy amount of wards, heavy amount of board clears. Makes for a fun control deck. We'll drop one of those and keep the other one. Unicorn solid turn 2. I don't know. I suppose it's just your generic stereotype sort of stuff. Plus Japanese art is usually a lot like that. Plus, looking at old games, it's always kind of been like that. I'm trying to think of whether it's worth clearing this. I think it doesn't really make much difference. That's a good point. Because instead of her, like, she has a covering over the front of her tits, but in the Japanese one, they've removed that and you've just got full-on cleavage. It's great. Oh dear. Alright, we're gonna get rid of that. Succubus. Decree is actually looking pretty good here. But I may just play the priest. What a thing to quote me on though. Quote me on anything and that's the perfect thing to quote on. Well, it was pretty entertaining though, because with the Steam version, they did an update right when Bahamut, like Rise of Bahamut, came out, and then they just completely removed all the censorship they put on that, and then they brought out another update just so they could fix that. I thought that was pretty entertaining. Ah, don't like that thing. Decree will clear the board. Oh dear. Jeez. I think we heal. If I want to deal with this, it's gonna suck the way I have to trade, but I think it's the only decent thing I can do. I need these evolves, and unfortunately I also need to get rid of the 6. So I die to something like Blood Mary, That would kill me pretty easy. Well, that's not going to kill me yet, so that's good. I guess. Guardian Sun's actually looking pretty good here. I can combo it with Priest as a banish and kill. I think that's the only way to do this. Get a little bit of healing from the healing angel.
Your evil deeds end now.
May as well get the sacred out. We don't want to do that yet, do we? It won't make any difference overall, I guess. Alright.
I see.
I think I did say that in one of my videos in the past. Well, Implanter is a pretty good looking card. You can't go wrong with it. Especially the animated art. Jeez, I'm actually dead. I don't think there was any other play I could have made there. Outside of drawing Bahamut and just clearing. Jeez, not much luck with most of these decks today. I think we'll go back to Roach for a little bit. Find something that we can settle into and hopefully get a few more wins out of. I want most of these kind of arts too. I need to find a way to rip all the art files for thumbnails and stuff. Because it's such a pain trying to find thumbnails on Google for this game. Roach is good. Fairy Circle will drop. Golem will drop. Well, that's not too bad. Align, geez, didn't waste any time. Quickest snacks ever. Alright, the princess is good. Doesn't really matter what I do now, so that sucks. If I trade into it, use the Angelic Snipe, I'm still at a disadvantage. Yeah, they did. The tease art. Oh dear. I just love good artwork overall. Anything like that is good. This was always my favourite part of card games, was the artwork. I think I just play Ancient Elf. I've got a good setup. I just need to survive. I wish I could draw better than what I can. I can draw a little bit, but not as good as some people that I know. Banishment. Expected no less from the priest. I'm pretty sure he banishes things because he's a molester. Pretty sure that's it. He just feels the need to touch whatever it is until it disappears. That's good. See, this sucks because I've got a perfect hand and I don't have enough damage. I don't think I can deal 20 damage off this. The perfect reason to have skill in art, to create the perfect waifu.
I can see the path to heaven.
Oh dear. No, this is so bad. I'm not going to be able to deal anywhere near enough damage. I need to draw a second angelic strike to be anywhere close.
The real battle begins.
Oh dear. What an interesting stream this has become. Alright, we've got plenty of our roaches, so that shouldn't end up being an issue. I'm trying to think of any way I can deal enough damage. 2, 3, 4. I'll cut it very close if I can get another angelic strike or a return. You draw stick figures pretty well, that's good. At least you can draw something. It's better than nothing. Alright. I really need to think this through, otherwise I'm gonna fuck up somewhere and get completely smashed. Alright, 50-50. And we hit it. Alright. Hopefully with this one more turn we can turn this around. We're either going to lose or win. Let's see. You're trying to have a conversation. Oh, I feel left out. Alright, I can't deal enough here. Surely not. Goblin Mage draws a roach. And then one fairy. A roach. Another roach. Ah, misplayed the roach. That's going to cost me some damage. I betcha that's going to cost me exactly what I needed. Nah, it would have been short anyway. Well, close enough. He went to go get ice, I'm pretty sure, isn't that what he said? Yeah, he's not having much luck there. Got lost in the land of tasty. Yeah, maybe. That's always possible. Getting those forest levels. And crappy vials. We'll go through an arena run, why not? We'll just see how we go. Oh, he came back. Thank God. Sword, Rune, Dragon. What do you guys want? Sword, Rune, or Dragon? Whatever we get the most of first is what I'll pick. Oh dear. Well, there's one for Dragon. Cleavage. Oh dear. No, I don't think Rune does that great anyway. But we'll go with the Dragon, since that was the most dedicated one. I think it's the one we're gonna have the most chance with here. Sword, I don't know. I've played Sword a few times in this and absolutely got dominated every single time. Shadow yesterday did pretty well. I think we'll take the Genesis Dragon. He's pretty good. Gotta take the Draconic. That's pretty important. I don't like either of these picks. Can only attack if Overflow's active, so that's not the worst, I guess. Can't be attacked is pretty valuable. Oh, you just wanted to say cleavage. Ah, makes sense. I got my first 5 wins as Shadow yesterday as well, so that's good. Game +2. That one's actually probably the better play, just in case. I need some more lower picks. I usually tend to have too many high cards overall. Crap, don't want to spill that. I don't mind the Iron Scale. I know that that's probably going to be the better pick. We'll take the Goblin and the draw. Need to have that ramp. Let's go 1 card of loss, costing your hand 2 times. Draw 3 cards. Well, I think he's pretty okay. Glacial. Another Iron Scale. What would be the point of that? Whenever it attacks. Okay. I don't know. That's weird. Dragon Emissary is not going to be too bad with the few high cards we've got, so I'll take that one and deal 1 damage to enemy follower. Wow. For a Blazing Breath, 1 play point, deal 2 damage to enemy follower. Might take that. It's an okay stats lineup. The snipe's not bad, and we can always use the spear, I guess, and they're actually really quite good. Oh. Final decision. Which way should I go? The Dragon Song Flute plus the Genesis Dragon. Or the Phoenix Roost, which is drop everything by half. And the Dragon Mancer, which isn't as good. Don't even know what to pick. We've already got 1 Genesis. Yeah, I'm leaning towards left. Phoenix Roost is pretty good though. True, it does backfire because it does drop everything the opponent has as well. I think we will take that then. We'll take the Genesis. The only problem with doing like the arena videos is that I'm not even that good at arena. I fail really badly. My first successful run was yesterday. Every other run has been absolutely terrible. So I don't do very well with arena. Usually. I just got lucky yesterday. Had a few good matchups. One really close one. And the Dragon Song Flute deck, that's true, you did request that. I did. It's hilarious because you requested it the day that I actually got rid of 2 of them. I had to liquefy them so I had enough files. Because I didn't really want it. I don't like Dragon Song Flute. I didn't think it'd be that handy. And I'm not entirely wrong either because most of the Dragon decks I've looked at don't really use it much. Against Japanese pros. Well, that's the problem right there, getting up against Japanese pros. But you can't help that too, so. I just fail because I'm bad at this. I make bad choices when I pick cards. Oh yeah, using it wisely can be great. Great for sure. I just didn't find out of all the cards I had, it was probably the card I'd use the least when it come to the legendaries that I had there. And of course, we get errored out for some reason. Actually, is there meant to be a... Whoops. I don't know if there's meant to be a maintenance today. That could be bad. Alright, maybe not. Maybe maintenance tomorrow. I can't remember. I know it's meant to be one soon, I think. I think that's what I read. Can't be sure though. It might have been for another game. Who knows? Alright. This is actually not bad. Wildfang's just a good solid turn 2 with an alright effect, so it's the main reason I chose that. Plus I had an alright synergy with the card that went with it. There's not many situations I'd use that guy. But I think playing him here is better than playing the Wildfang. Because I can get more out of the Wildfang as a combo piece if I get something that I can discard with. Which I do have a card that does discard, so... Jeez, they got a right hand too. Do I just ramp? I think that's where we're going. That's not a bad idea, practicing in a private match for it. Okay, so we've ramped up a little bit. It's not going to make a big difference if I play that now. If we take the Wildfang, evolve it. Then this becomes actually playable. Alright, disaster. Whenever this follower gets raided all. Whenever the follower attacks again +2 at the end of the turn. Okay. That works out for them. Randomly discard one of the lowest cost cards in your hand, deal 2 damage to an enemy follower. The lowest cost card is Angelic Snipe, but if I play it with... If I play Angelic Snipe first, I'm gonna lose the damage that I could have here. I don't think it's a big deal. We do have Genesis, which is a big drop. Alright, we'll go that way. Well, that's what I was thinking. I was going to play that S7, but I really needed to get these out earlier and get some damage. Plus, I have the Genesis, which isn't bad. Randomly discard one of the lowest cards in your hand, deal 5 damage to an enemy follower. I don't want to use that yet, but I will get it out as damage. Yeah. I suppose you are right there. The only problem is I've got to get rid of this Genesis Dragon if I want to kill it easily, which I think is going to be the better option here. We have got a second Genesis, so it's not like it's the biggest loss in the world. And they left anyway. Okay. Yeah, it worked out in the end. I didn't realize how many discard effects I actually had. Thought I only had one or two. Turns out I actually have more than that. Alright, let's see how close we can get with this. Alright, so we got a newer player. And they're playing Rune.
Guess you're looking for a fight.
We will drop that. Dragon is a 5/5, so that's actually not too bad. If we can use it on something like that 2-drop there, might be alright. I would like to save Rider this time if I can, but I'm not gonna hold it just for the sake of holding it. I was worried for a sec there, jeez. Yeah, you're definitely right. Killing that was the right choice. Alright, cool. We can ramp with this. Randomly discard one of the last cards in your hand 2 times. It's too big a cost to weigh that up. It does draw 3 though, which is quite good. If I can get Newt, it might not be so bad. I can kind of play them together. Second curse, okay. That's going to be annoying. Aha, there we go. So turn 6, if we can play them outright, I can deal at least 2 damage. But it requires holding most things in my hand, which I don't like the idea of either. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, that's annoying. I think I might just play the Wild Fang then. Because I've got to deal with that, or I can't do anything. Like I said, I don't want to hold it just for the sake of holding it. The discard combo is good to have. The only problem that I ran into there is I needed to get rid of that, and I didn't really want to play anything else. Plus, the discard's going to discard 2 things. And at the moment, there's nothing I really want to discard, so I think just playing it out's fine. Plus, if they do kill this, it ramps me up anyway. So we'll just have to wait and see. They left it on board anyway, so that's good. If we play it, we lose the Rider and we lose the Dragon Knight. So I've got to weigh up what's more worthwhile here. I think he's pretty good. He does draw 3, so we can kind of balance it out a little bit. Plus, we've got a turn 7, we've got a turn 5, we've got the 4 in case we want to actually change something into a decent card. It looks like it's all going to work out. Oh. That's not too bad. Damn. So it's going to discard the last cost card, which is that, which is fine for me. And we still got a way better draw anyway. But Genesis is going to be big if we can play it. But they'll probably lose before that. I'm trying to think what Rune could actually have in the arena that would actually be half decent for them. If they kill off the 3/4, I draw 3 cards, so I don't lose too much. I'm already in overflow. So that's not a big deal. That'll deal 1 to everything. Trade it, maybe. not going to kill the 5-5, so that's good. And they just gave me an epic hand. And that summons overflow, so that's great. It also gets overflow, so that's good too.
My flames shall never die.
I think we'll just play for the overflow stuff. No, we'll play that because I want the little guy. We'll just push some damage. Oh, that's sweet looking artwork. You can tell I don't play dragon. I'm definitely interested in playing dragon. I just need all the cards. Once I've got them, I'll play it. Don't think we can really lose. Nope. Alright, if our games continue like this, I'm going to be very happy.
I only did what I had to.
Phantom Dragon. See, that artwork is just awesome. Alright. Haven.
This one's for my family.
Is fighting and despair all you know?
Drop that. We'll keep the Proxenite. Proxene. I don't know. Whatever it is. Discard Dragon and gain Dragon. It's not too bad. We are going second, which puts us in a nice spot for our Volves. And we've got a combo. So as long as we can defend it, we should be right.
I live by the sword.
Kind of annoying. But we do have turn 4, which that can actually evolve as well. But overall we will be losing a fair bit too.
Books contain all there is.
Trade? No trade. That's kind of annoying. Most of my cards are Dragoncraft, which doesn't help me out. Pegasus is a... Oh my god. That thing is huge. I don't know where I was going to go here overall. Jeez. If I don't play it, I miss my shot. If I don't play it out, I'm going to miss whatever I try and do here, so we may as well go for it. They might just aim for face anyway. We'll just have to wait and see. Plus the horse can't attack yet, so that's good. Plus, they might just assume that it can't really do anything because of its ability. No, they went for it anyway. That's still fine.
From the white canopy to the sullied earth.
And of course they had to have the one thing I didn't want them to have. Can I afford not to rush here? I think I can. Get a ding dong. Clear the 2-3 and just hold out. Waiting to play Pyroxene closer to the end of the game probably. Maybe even drop just Dragon Knight next turn. Okay, maybe they're going for the evolve on it. That's the only thing I can think of.
You were done for.
Nope, they're going to do it that way. Okay.
Worlds turn to strength.
What a painful way to do this. Transform each card in your hand that costs 3 or less into Hellflame Dragon. Firefly is active for you. So there's no point doing it yet anyway.
You keep relying on you, dragon.
It won't be long now.
Well, I'm going to do the best I can.
Dragon.
We're going to hope we don't get completely killed. If we can make it into the later game, survive up to turn 7. Well, even if they just trade off here, I'll be able to get to 7, which is fine. I can drop Queen. Holy Sentinel. That's going to be annoying. Alright. We just trade. Go to 7. Alright, that's pretty okay. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure it'll help you out. That's going to be an annoying card to get rid of, especially with 7 health.
Moonlight drives me nuts.
He's probably going to hit face 5. I don't see him hitting anything else. Well, hopefully you'll have an alright time then. Dragon Flute's kind of pointless here. I need some more cards in my hand. Okay. Whoops, they went face like I thought they were going to, which I guess is fine. This still fits really nicely.
Time to say goodbye.
I mean, you can't go wrong with dealing 7. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die anyway, so it's not gonna matter. Then hopefully you have some luck with it if you get the consistency. That's the main thing about these decks. As long as they're consistent, they usually do pretty okay. That's where I'm hoping to win. If they don't have 3 damage in Storm, there's not much they can do. Like, yeah, they just ward it up, but what are they going to do outside of that? Alright, double ward. That's a workable way. I think we just trade. Destroy it. No, I'm gonna have to clear, aren't I? I'm just trying to think which way is the best way to do this. Oh, that's pretty good.
I can see the path to heaven.
We can always drop Genesis next turn, so I'm not too worried about that. Because no doubt they're going to play something. If they don't, they lose anyway. But they need that 3 damage in Storm, and I don't think they're going to be able to find it. I'm banking on the fact that they're not going to have the damage. Okay, what does that actually do?
I have lost.
Wow, what a useless card for them to play there. Alright.
I only did what I had to.
We're having a pretty good run here. No doubt I'll jinx myself, so I better knock on the wood here.
This one's for my family.
Is fighting and despair.
Hmm.
No.
That's a little late. The others aren't too bad. And another Proxine Dragon. Jeez, I swear I draw that every game so far. It's not that it's bad, it's just, geez, come on. Early Flute isn't really good because I can't use it. Need to get some of my ramp. I'm in trouble. Alright, probably gonna have to play Proxine, which is gonna suck with the Queen Serpent and Dragon Flute. But I need something. Alright, it's gonna be a 50-50 on what it gets rid of here. Alright, that's not too bad. Queen Serpent, I think, is a little more valuable. We'll just play Wild Fang.
Be gone.
And go for the damage. Whew. Bit nervous going up against game 4. And that thing is huge. Alright. If I ramp, it's not going to make any difference. That's actually going to work pretty well. If I play it out, deal 2 damage to that, and then trade it.
Hey, warm up shot. It won't be long now.
This is actually pretty okay. I don't think it's worth playing Valkyrie Spear because I don't really have anything to go with it now. Alright. What's that do?
Real battle begins.
Draw 2 cards, restore 3. I think I'll save that.
Time to go home.
I need to know what this does. Destroy a random enemy follower. See, I can't play anything against that. How annoying is that? Like, come on. Deal 2 damage to any follower if an allied follower is. See, I can't use that either. I think we just got to swarm the board a little bit then. So hopefully that will kill out. Nope, killed the highest one. Great. Fully restore all allied followers defense. Oh my god. Genesis? Wow. 6/6. That's too much. Damn it. I've only got to survive 1 turn, so
Can't keep the light
Actually, I think I'm dead anyway. Yep, I'm dead. 6, 6, 12, that's 16, plus the evolve is 18, so that's way more than I've got. I need them to misplay. Which I don't reckon they're going to do. And now Genesis Dragon's useless too. Why would you do that? They're just BMing me or something. That's probably it. That's going to make no difference overall because I can't get past that ward. Jeez, I wish that ward didn't come out. Fanfare deal 2 damage during flow for evolved followers in play. That will work. No, because that's evolved, so I don't have an evolve. I don't know. I'm not going to just concede this game. No doubt they will just kill me, but if they try and BM again... Nah, they didn't. They didn't want to take the chance the second time, I guess. That or they just really didn't notice the evolve combination, but I don't know how they wouldn't. Well... That was a shocking turn 4. So close. If we can win this run, we should be okay.
This one's for my family.
You must die.
You almost got